You are leaving gains on the table if you don't do this exercise with heavy weights. See? Oh, see? Yeah, I did that intentionally so I can look for it. Here. Yes. I exaggerate the hyperextension of the spine. And so the jerk immediately got better. Here it happened. Yes. Here it happened. Oh, did you see this? I plan to make this a series. I see that some of you are enjoying my commentary over my workouts. I'm currently preparing for my Master of Sport, which means I have to do 106 reps with the 32 kg kettlebell. I don't know when I planned this, but what I do is I currently record each and every one of my workout, and I want to give you a little bit of feedback, commentary, what I think, what happened, because I think I hurt myself a little bit here. And that's the drill. So I hope you enjoy this. And if you're over 40 and you want to get strong, fit, and lean without going to the gym twice as fast, download my free ebook in the first link in the description. Grüezi miteinander, Gregory von Lebe Stark hier. All right. So I'm preparing for Master of Sport, and today was actually a good workout, even though I think I hurt myself a little bit. Not bad, so it's not severe, but I feel my back is a little bit like, It's maybe from the fact that I trained yesterday, which is normally my rest day, but I just love working out. I think it gives me so much, it clears my headspace, and the feeling after the workout is something that I crave for, but I also crave to do something that is hard, that is tough. And I think I have trained my brain and my mind to an extent where I'm looking forward to the struggle. I'm looking forward to the suck. So it actually doesn't suck. It's something that I really enjoy doing. And this new warm-up, it's actually, I always warm up properly, but this running around, I did this in my competition set for Candidate Master of Sport that I did last week, where I did 85 reps with the 32 kg kettlebell. And this might look funny, but actually taking big steps gives a good stretch to the hip flexors. So in the warm-up, I'm using a ramp protocol. And since I have a little bit more longer time, so I dedicate this golden hour, so this session, and this takes about 50 minutes, this workout, I take my time. And the ramp protocol stands, R stands for raise, A stands for activate, M stands for mobilize, and P stands for potentiate. So I use some of it. And I think you can mix and match it. It's not that you have to do it exactly like this. You have to raise body temperature first, then you have to mobilize. Sometimes I do mobility first, and then I raise the body's temperature. That's what we do often with our clients. I don't think it's a matter of the sequence, how you do it, but it's a matter of doing it. And I actually love the warm-up. It gives me time to clear my mind, to get ready for training, and to warm up the joints, mobilize the joints. And there is even research and evidence that seems to point out that once your body's temperature is elevated, you are stronger. You might have felt this. When you do a workout completely cold, for example, when I pick up the 32 kg cold, I think, wow, that thing's heavy. And then I recognize, wow, I did 85 reps in my Candidate Master of Sport set in 5 minutes with one arm switch with the 32 kg. But when I pick it up cold, I'm like, how on earth did I even do this? So yeah, warming up properly is the key. So let's jump a little bit forward. Something that I always do is I'm getting ready for my pre-workout. And that's just a little bottle with a regular pre-workout that you can buy from a supplement store. And I can't even tell you that it's something that it truly helps. What I can tell is that creatine, I seem to respond well to creatine, so I use this on a daily basis. And this, even that little pre-workout shot, it's just something that belongs to the routine and to the protocol. And so here we go. This is the 4 horsemen warm-up, the body weight warm-up extended. Now for some people who are not adapted, this is a workout in and all by itself. I fully get that. But once you're adapted to a certain fitness level, you most definitely can do this. So I do 10 push-ups, 10 bodyweight squats. And the reason why I leave my arms like a monkey, so this is like a gorilla squat, if you can call it like this, is because I don't want the pressure on my arms. I want to relax them, because now what follows next is a pull-up. And I try to always pull or push my sternum towards the bar, and as you can see, there's not full range pull-ups. That's not the idea. The idea is I want to get good stretch, and wow, the back actually looks nice. I like that. So I want to get that good stretch. I want to get a little bit of activation. It's not that I fully focus on the pull-up, but you know, I'm really happy with my muscles, so the way they look. So even if it's partial, there is also some evidence and research that suggests that partials can also do a great job. And then the dips, I think that the 4 horsemen combo of body weight is just awesome. I never want to go without it. I truly enjoy it. It gives the body a nice pump. It blows up the muscles, and it warms up every muscle, every ligament, every fiber. You're just getting ready. And I take my time, so I'll walk around. I don't stress it. There are times where I want to move faster through the warm-up, and the fastest that I moved through this series was, I think it took me 7 minutes and 30 seconds to complete 5 sets of this, because I do 5 sets. So 10 push-ups, 10 bodyweight squats, 10 pull-ups, and 10 dips, where I was moving really fast. But most of the time, I just take my time because I can afford this 50-minute window is my altar. So this is like, it takes care of so many things. It takes care of the mind, takes care of the body, and exercising is just something for mental health. It's just, it's like, it's a wonder drug. It's so powerful. That's why they say exercise is medicine. And so we move through after the push-up, the series. I love it. I love it. I love it. Then, all right, now let's get serious. Now what I do, I always talk about the belt. It gets asked a lot. Is the belt for back support? No, it is for the rack support, so that you can actually bring the elbows close to the body and then move accordingly, so that the weight, so that the elbows are sitting nice and tight on your hips as well as on the belt, so you get a little bit of support, so then you can relax the arms a bit more and get ready for the jerk. And this session was, I think it was better. It was way better. The last session last week was ugly, because I was post-competition, so I came into the workout after competition and I had to use lighter weights and less reps. So normally I pick up in this series, I pick up the double 32s, and in this session still, 2 weeks after post-competition, I still recognize, no, 32s, still too heavy. And I'm really happy with my jerk. Why is that? I think I've improved my jerk drastically here. Why? I'm going to explain why. Let's watch it again. And I want you to focus on the arm extension. As I drop into the second dip, my arms are almost fully extended. My right arm still has to do some work. But here's what I got. A monster cue from Alexander Khvostov. By the way, I had Alexander on the podcast. Go check out the Kettle Nights podcast. Alexander Khvostov is an elite Kettlebell Sport lifter. The guy is a monster. And he told me, when you do the jerk, don't think about, that's a powerful cue, and this is what I thought about. That's why they look better. Don't think about pushing or pressing bells overhead. Rather think about how fast can you straighten the arm after you leave the bump. The bump is this. Watch. This is the bump. So focus on, and it actually looks super solid. It's the Michael Jackson move. That's the bump. And the question is, after you bump the bells up, think about, as the kettlebell leave the body, think about how fast can I straighten the arms? Not how far can I catapult them overhead. It might be similar, but it's not the same. And that cue really helped me. It really helped me. Love it. So then afterwards, it's 2 sets of jerk, actually. Yes, 2 sets of 8 reps with the jerk. And here I already feel better, but it gets me. It's just tough. I love that exercise. And then, the clean and thrust. God. No. The thrust and jerk. Let me tell you, folks, the thrust and jerk is ugly. And I went faster, I see. It's the ENOM method, so 90 seconds are rolling, and then you have to do the exercises. If you recuperate faster, you start earlier, and if you have to take the full 90 seconds, you take your time. So what is the thrust and jerk? So you thrust the bells upwards, squat, press. That's a thruster. Bells come down, and then you bring them back up. And that's a true mind game. That's a true mind game. Every time I felt, after rep number 3, it was 4 reps. After rep 3, I thought, I'm done. And now watch what I do. My signature move. If I sit down on the bench, I am tired. There are sessions, especially when I'm really adapted and really into the training a couple of weeks, then I just walk around and keep pacing like a wolf on the prowl. And then I start earlier. I can finish the sets earlier. But this time I knew. I'm like, God, why is this so heavy? Why is this so heavy? Why is it taxing? And can you see it here already? Where I'm moving my back, or my shoulder, because I think something here, right at the back of my, in the back on the right side, something was, it's a little bit iffy. Not injured, but it's iffy. I feel like it's a sprain. No, oh, how do you call it? It's not torn. It's just, I feel like, And I felt it, I think, midway through the workout. It's just another reminder that I'm not 20 years old. But I had a conversation with the client. I told him, you know what? I think you can perform always at your best, at your peak. There's always a peak at every year that you live on this planet Earth. I think you can always be your best 41, your best shape in 42, best shape in 43, so on and so forth. But of course, you don't want to play the comparing game with your 20-year-old self. If I was at that level and that fitness and that knowledge with 20, I think I would have performed like uber crazy, but I'm not. So probably my 20-year-old self, even though I can say I'm way fitter now than I wasn't at 25. But if I was doing the same stuff at 25, I'd probably be do more reps and be faster and so on and so forth. But who cares? So again, the thrust and jerk. I highly recommend you to implement this. And I intentionally do not use the belt. The reason why I don't want to use the belt is I don't want support. I want my arms to carry the weights. I only want support once I move up. And here I'm like, oh my God. So see, I'm watching in the camera, and I'm questioning my life's choices. I can see it in my face. Even though I try to keep it as cool as possible, I'm like, oh God, that's heavy. And it's hard for me to believe, so I have to sit down again. I love it. So then round number 2 comes up. Yeah, questioning life. And then we jump back into the jerk. And I think here it happens. I have to see. I think it's here, right? What? Let me watch. Yeah, it's here. It's here. Yeah. There was a realization, a massive realization that took my jerk up another notch. This. Is it, where can you see it the most? Yeah, here. Wow, I'm way better with the jerk. Way better. I think that rep number 2, let me go back. See, I think it's, oh, I lost it. So here it is, watch. It's hard to see, I know. But I am exploding backwards. Alexander Khvostov shared another nugget of truth with me. He said, when you jerk, move away. So how do you move away from the weights? By hyperextending the spine. So the bells come up, you don't stay in front. You hyperextend the spine so you can create a straight line up. You want to move, it's just like weightlifting. You want to create the individual, the ideal and perfect bell path, as I call it, not bar path, bell path. So you must move away from the weights to keep that straight line. And so that's why I explode way faster into the jerk. He also told me that it has to be a balance between the bump and the second dip. So I'm way better now. And I think it's that one rep where yeah, you can really see it. And you can see, boom, I'm tilting my head back just like Sergey Rudnev does this a lot. And that was a realization. I was like, ooh, that was way better. That's the reason why I'm walking around. See, I don't think I have to rest. Yeah. Oh, I have to rest. Yes. And I'm asking myself, why am I doing this? Did you see my face? Yes. Oh, it's so ugly. And then it happened here. Later, let's check out the jerk again. I think here I'm exaggerating it even more. Yeah. Yeah. And here I'm like, right? Second set, here. Here, yes, 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 yes. I exaggerate the hyperextension of the spine. And so the jerk immediately got better. Here it happened, yes. Here it happened. Oh, did you see this? Oh, I was like, wow, massive difference. See? Oh, see? Yeah, I did that intentionally so I can look for it. I felt, wow, hyperextending the spine, moving away from the bells, immediately dropping into the second dip, not overdoing, exaggerating the bump, because that's what Alexander Khvostov shared with me as well. He said, if you overemphasize the bump, bells come up, and when they land at the top fixation, they're shaking around because there's too much, you're driving too much kinetic energy into the bells, and then they go up too high. That's why they wiggle, and then you don't have a solid finish. And I felt that. And then my final exercise, I loved it. Here I'm posing because for thumbnails and stuff. And I'm really happy with my physique. Let me tell you, folks, I'm super happy. So now my favorite exercise comes right here, and it was really ugly. It wasn't beautiful. It wasn't beautiful. I had to struggle. But the double half snatch, this is such a beast. This is a beast. I'm currently at 24, getting my way back to 26, back before the competition, and I'm aiming for double 28s. And look at this. This is such a massive exercise. You are leaving gains on the table if you don't do this exercise with heavy weights. And then at the end, I did my signature move. And so I'm currently playing around a little bit. I always want to do 100 snatches at the end of the workout with the 24. And Alexander recommended to me, if I want to go up to Master of Sport and Master of Sport International class, I have to do 200 reps in 10 minutes with the 24. Then I have to do 160 reps with the 28 to get into the ballpark of those 10 minutes to achieve the volume that I need to get the 32. And guess what I do? This is what I do. So with this session, it's 100 reps. Yes, and I'm just playing a little bit to see what kind of technique works the best with the flick of the wrist to see how it feels. If I bend it a little bit more, I'm tweaking, I'm trying, and then at the end I think I fall into my regular routine, the right side, and my regular style. And I have this style where I drop the kettlebell, and then you see my right leg, it kind of like a little bit of a valgus. You see this even more intensively at display with the 32 kg, but I don't care. You know, this is how I can do lots of reps, and it helps me. I think my body just gets accustomed to this type of technique. I do listen to the pros and what they say, so I try to incorporate a little bit of their recommendations, but at the end of the day, my body moves accordingly, and if I can do a lot of reps like this and move like this, I'm fine, and I don't injure myself. My body's able to handle it. I've adapted to it. So if I pull the knee a little bit in, it's for a reason, right? And a lot of people ask me about the foot kick technique. So why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? So first of all, I unlock the bell, it drops. I shift my whole body weight backwards. That's why I lift the heels up, and then I want to reconnect the arm as soon as possible with my body. That's why the heel is up. As soon as I got connection, I go into the backswing, and once I come back up, again, it's that body weight shifting. So when it comes to a solid snatch, it's not just a vertical line. You always want to think about the horizontal line as well. So it's back and forth, back and forth. And yeah, that's my training. I hope you enjoy these feedback sessions, these commentary sessions. I love it. I just love it. I fell in love with it so hard. I'm going to do this forever. If God, Deo volente, if God allows me to do this forever, I'll do this forever. And then at the end, this is a little bit, again, my signature move, sprint technique at the end. So the final 10 or 20 reps sprinting. And actually, I do have the fitness built up. So the sprint is actually a little bit more comfortable than keeping the kettlebell racked in a top fixation. But I have to do this because if I use the 32 kg, I'm using a different pace. So that's what it is. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do it, download my free ebook in the first link in the description called the Kettlebell Code. If you're over 40, 50, or 60 and you want to take care of your fitness, I'm going to help you. And if you like the video, share it and subscribe and share with people who enjoy kettlebells as well. And I'll see you on the next one.